Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is 15th of November, and today I will talk about my trades that I've executed on gold and pound yen. I took one loss today. I took one loss today on gold, and later on, I executed two trades on pound yen. I will talk about those trades as well. But let's start with the gold trade. Uh, One thing you need to understand that not every day you're gonna win in the market, and there are some days where you have to accept the losses. Losses are the part of your game, your business, and all you have to do is to accept those loss and just move on to the next day instead of revenge trading. So let's jump into the chart and see why I took that trade on gold. So today when I came to the chart, price was here, and let me open up the history. So this was the trade where I took a loss. And yeah, so yeah, so when I came to the chart, so price was uh, at the support. So this was the support form, and I had a resistance marked up over here. So on the daily time frame, we were obviously bearish, as today I anticipate that this next candle might wake up and start pushing down and fill this week. But today there was a news, I think, retail sales data, which was in the NY session. So when I came to the chart, I saw price has already created a resistance on the 4-hour time frame, and we had some sort of a, yeah, this was a support. This was a post market, the post London session price action and the New York's price action. But when I came to the chart, this was the recent price action that I saw. So price created a support on the 4-hour time frame. I jump onto the 1 hour. I saw price already created a support, and we had some sort of a resistance form at this level. So this was the level that I was looking at, which was 25.76 and 25.63. Yeah, so if you look to the right hand side, this is your prices that I am talking about. So well, when I see this candle, this candle broke and it closed below this support. And if you see this candle, let me now jump to the 30-minute time frame, and then you'll be able to understand that what I am talking about. So when this candle, I came to the chart, this was your another resistance. This candle broke this support, this area of support, and it broke below this, broke and closed below this. So I was watching the price action, then and it is always better to plan your trade rather than just taking random trades. So what I saw was this candle, it did create a top wick. If you look at this wick, it created a top wick, and as soon as it broke the low of the previous candle, it went around a, I would say, 40 plus pip. If you measure this range, the candle, it went around 40 plus pip. But the reason why I did not execute on this trade, just a hold on 1 second. Yeah, the reason why I did not execute on this trade, because if you see 1 2 3 candles has already moved down, right? So we had 3 candles which has printed bearish, and we already have moved a 80 plus pip in one direction. So now you have to ask yourself, what's the probability of this candle come up, retrace this support area, and then it creates some sort of a resistance and then to go down. So the probability of happening this becomes very high rather than this price keep on continue pushing down. But it's not the case that it will happen all the time, but most of the time it will happen. And eventually price did retrace and it went up. Now let's talk about why I executed the sell on gold, and why I took a loss. So this was your support, right? Which was broke, price came up, and if you look at this candle closed below this support area, and it closed bearish. So then I talked to myself that okay, if this candle has printed bearish, so the probability, and we created a low in the London session, the probability of the next candle printing like this becomes very higher than going up, right? So I jumped to the 15-minute time frame. I jumped to the 15-minute time frame, and then I saw okay, the 15-minute time frame also created a bearish candle, and it had no wick at the top. So if it had no wick at the top, then we probably gonna come back and test this area. So what I did, I executed a sell. Let me show you. Yeah, I execute a sell at the moment, and price went against me, and I kept my stop loss above this candle, and I closed the trade because now I knew that okay, the probability of price hitting my stop loss becomes higher. So what mistake I make in this trade? The number one mistake was we already had passed the number one mistake, that today is the Friday. Okay, so Friday usually have a kind of irregular movements. We have news coming up in the market, and the most important part is this 30-minute candle has closed a weak bearish candle. So if this candle has closed a weak bearish candle, then the probability of price going down becomes lower than going up is higher. So I should have waited for the next candle to print, and then probably would have think of executing another trade. But that's okay. I lost this trade. I had my lessons, and after that, if you can see, I have not touched gold. I had one more opportunity on the gold, but I was not looking at the chart at that time, so I missed it. So let's talk about the two trades that I've taken on pound yen, and those are the trades. Those are very good trade, very high probability trades. Yeah, and the number of trend is this. So GJ, let me show you my analysis on GJ, why I was bearish on GJ. So daily, if you see GJ, daily is in the consolidation. If you just look at this price action, this is what we call a consolidation. So let's just say we have this support right on the daily time frame, and when you go on to the 4-hour time frame, look at this 4-hour time frame. This is a very major support. If you look at this 196, 90, 90 area, this is a very major support. Look how, and we are talking about the 4-hour time frame right now. So if the price is respecting, see how many times price respected this area. This is the one time, second time, we had third, fourth, fifth time, and price went up. So if this kind of thing happening on the higher time frame, which means the support is very strong, and especially on the 4-hour, it's very, very strong. So when you see this candle broke and closed below the support area. Now when you are breaking and closing below the support area, then you have to ask yourself two questions: that how can I position myself in order to take a sales? So in order to take a sales, what you expect, that price on the lower time frame to create a lower highs and lower lows. It means the low on the lower time frame, price has to create a resistance. So now if you jump onto the 1-hour time frame, you can see price has created a resistance. Now your bias of your probability of price going up has become lower than it goes become than it going to the downside becomes high. So now on the 30-minute time frame, as soon as I see that this was your support, so now let me refresh this, and I will show you the exact setup that I had. This was your support area. Price did not. Okay, one more thing that we will discuss, that this is where I was watching the price action, and I knew that as this candle has closed like this, a strong bullish candle, and when this candle broke the high of this previous bullish candle, the probability of price coming up and retesting high retesting this resistance, it was really high, and I knew that. But what I was expecting was price to come up, create some sort of a resistance, because on the 4 hour time frame we have broken that support. So my bias was for sales. So as soon as this candle, it printed bearish and it closed below this support area, below this resistance area, we can call it as a fake out. And as soon as this candle started breaking the low of the previous candle, I executed a sell, and I drove price to this like 12, 15, 20 pips. But the reason why I did not hold this trade was because in the evening there was a news coming to the US dollar. And whenever there is a news to the US dollar, the pound yen is generally reacts to those news. So that's why I did not wait to price come down to this area. But then I come back home and I saw that this candle has closed below this support. Now here is one more thing. This candle closed below this support, right? Perfectly fine. But if you execute trade on this candle, when this as soon as this candle break the low of previous 30-minute candle, then what you're doing is, then what generally you're doing is you're just selling the low. Instead of that, you should sell high, and you should sell high, and you should buy low. So in this case, if you execute trades at this moment, you're already selling low. Also, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth candle going bearish. The probability of that fifth candle going further down becomes lower than it is coming up and retrace. So all I waited for price to come back and retest this area. So if you see this candle, see, the price will print in a complete sense. The price will not move haywire all the time. Price will give you those perfect scenarios where you're waiting for certain price action to happen. Price created this big wick, and look where it closed. Look, this 30-minute candle, look at the close of this 30-minute candle. It closed right below this support. And as soon as this candle broke below the support, now you have to ask yourself two questions. What's the probability of price going down is versus the probability of going up? So now all I wanted for this candle to break the low of this candle, though I know if you calculate this stop loss, the stop loss was a 30 pip stop loss. This stop loss usually is very high, very big for the pair like pound yen. Usually I keep 13, 14, 15 pip stop loss for pound yen. No, not more than 20. But in this case, I knew it since the higher time frame that are 4 hour and daily time frame showing me a bearish momentum. I knew it that when this candle broke the low, we're gonna get a good move to the downside. And if you look, price is still respecting the highs of the previous candle, and they're pushing further down. So I secured one position at this moment and secured the entire position, which is a 60 plus pip uh, setup I just grabbed on GJ. So yeah, these are the only three trades I think I execute today, because the less is better than just doing the revenge trading, doing just some shady analysis and keep on blowing your accounts. It's always better to have less trades, but look for those quality trades in your setups. And that's it. I think I made pretty good returns this week, and hopefully I'm building to I'm positive about it that I'm going to continue doing so in the next week. This week, if it's possible, I'm going to do back testing session. But apart from that, this is what pretty much I've been doing the entire time recently. Price action. So here are a few key points that I've learned or I've noticed this week, that price action is the king. It's always important to focus upon your rules, right? You should have fixed set of rules that you have to follow. You should build the confidence, and the confidence is only going to come when you have enough repetition in your pocket, when you have done enough repetition in your strategy. Just hone in yourself, just put yourself in a position where you have higher probability of winning rather than losing. And even if you take a loss, just accept the loss. And instead of just blaming yourself that, oh, why did you take the loss, always ask yourself that the one question, that is, how did you take this loss? What was the thing in the market that you missed? And what extra efforts that you need to put in order to avoid those losses in future? This is trading is, I've always mentioned in my videos, trading is not a game of you learn a skill and you'll become profitable. Trading is all about how good you are in your following your plan, how consistent you are, how disciplined you are, how do you manage your risk, right? How do you show up in the market, what kind of mindset that you bring in to the chart. Trading is all about that. And if you have that thing in yourself, if you're willing to, so here is the recently I have read one quote: you have to destroy yourself to gain your own new yourself in the trading. So you have to destroy your old new to get your new you. And that's how you're gonna succeed in the trading, that's how you're gonna progress in the trading. So I hope you like the content that I'm bringing in to my channel. I hope it is helping you. I hope that the content it is there is it's motivating you to learn this, to create your plan, create your strategies. I hope this all this together is bringing something to your life. So thank you so much. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to help me out in this channel and to grow as a community. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. We'll see you next video. We'll see you in the next video where I will talk about my back testing. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend ahead. Thank you.